He called it gazing, not stalking, never that. To him it was an art, an act of quiet observation, watching lives unfold through curtains left open, lights left on, windows that framed strangers like paintings. He never crossed lines, never broke in, never even touched the glass. He just watched. It started harmlessly years ago during late-night walks, glimpses into living rooms where families gathered around televisions, or kitchens where tired parents washed dishes and spoke in hushed tones. He saw things no one else did, small, intimate truths that only came out when people thought they were alone. It made him feel connected in a strange way, powerful even. Eventually, he found a place online, a forum, a community, others like him, anonymous usernames swapping stories, tips, photos. They called themselves Gazers. And in that community, one post stood out, a thread with just 5 words for a title. Don't go gazing Park City. The original poster had no profile picture. Their account had only one post, but the story, it stuck with him. It warned of people in Park City who watched back, that they knew when someone was looking, that sometimes, when you gazed into a home up there, something stared back through the glass, wearing someone else's face. Most people in the thread laughed it off. Urban legend, roleplay, just another creepypasta. But for him, it was irresistible. He booked a flight to Utah, rented a car, packed light, binoculars, thermal scope, notebook, energy bars, just enough to move fast, stay unnoticed. He arrived in Park City just before sunset. Snow blanketed the ground, muffling sound. The houses were perched high in the mountains, spaced far apart like silent sentinels, huge windows, expensive architecture, modern, minimal, vulnerable. He parked far from the nearest cluster of homes and hiked into the forest with his gear. And just like that, he was gazing again. The first house was warm, glowing. A fireplace flickered inside. A woman in her 30s sipped wine alone, laughing softly at a movie. He watched for 15 minutes, felt nothing unusual, then moved on. The next home, however, that was different. It stood taller than the others. Dark, except for one massive window on the second floor, lit by a soft white glow. As he approached, he realized there were people inside. 10, maybe 15 of them, dressed in elegant black clothes, standing in a circle, silent, still, no movement, no talking. It was like a painting, a funeral, or a ritual. He raised his binoculars. The people weren't looking at each other. They were all facing the same direction, straight at the window, as if waiting for something. Then one of them twitched. It was barely perceptible. A turn of the head, a shift of the foot. Then another followed, and another until, slowly, deliberately, they all turned and faced him. Their movements weren't natural, not panicked or surprised. It was synchronized, like they already knew he was there. His stomach dropped. His legs didn't wait for his brain. He turned and ran. The forest swallowed him. He ran blind through the snow and trees. Every crunch behind him felt closer. Every branch above felt like it hit a watcher. He didn't stop. Couldn't. Not until he saw the road, a strip of black cutting through white. And there it was, his car, just where he'd left it. He fumbled for his keys and hit the unlock button. A chirp answered him, but not from the car in front of him. From behind. He spun around. There, on the other side of the road, parked between trees, was another car. His car. Same color, same license plate, same dent on the rear bumper. And it was already unlocked. The dome light inside flicked on. Someone was sitting in the driver's seat. At first he thought it was his reflection, but no, it wasn't him. It was someone who looked like him, perfectly still, hands on the steering wheel, face blank. He blinked, and it blinked back. The thing tilted its head, slowly, mimicking him. He didn't wait to see more. He bolted to the real car, slammed the door shut, and peeled away down the icy road. When he glanced in the rearview mirror, the duplicate car was gone. No headlights, no tracks, just snow, empty road, and the sound of his own panicked breathing. He didn't stop driving until he hit Salt Lake City. He booked a motel and sat under the shower until the hot water ran cold. Sleep never came. He never went back to that forum, never posted about what happened. But something was different now. At first it was just a feeling, that sense of being watched. Then came the signs. One night, his television flickered onto a frozen image of his own street, the view from a window that wasn't his. Another time, he came home to find muddy footprints in his hallway. He lived on the 3rd floor, no elevator, no explanation. Then came the knock. 3 short taps, always at 3:03 a.m. Never anyone there, but once, just once, he looked through the peephole. And what he saw was himself, expressionless, staring, faceless, as if reality had failed to render. He moved cities, changed his name, stopped using the internet altogether. But it didn't matter. You see, the gazing, it goes both ways. And once they know you watch, they remember. And they send something back to watch you. So if you ever feel the urge to peer through a window, if you ever stumble across a thread that warns you not to go somewhere, listen, because some reflections aren't yours, and some faces aren't faces at all.